Welcome, and in this lesson, we're going to learn how to access a virtual machines console. Now, because this is something we're actually going to cover later in the course, we're going to cover how to install and set up virtual machines using KVM on Red Hat 7. What we've done is we've designed this course based off the public Red Hat objectives for the RHCSA. And the objective asks us to know how to connect to a virtual machine first before we learn how to install it. So I'm just going to show you how to do that here. We're going to talk about a little bit of considerations that we need to have when it comes to taking the exam. So we're going to take advantage of this lesson and learn how to do it. And this is going to be kind of hands-off since you're following along on your machine and we haven't actually set that up yet. So when it comes to accessing a virtual machine, we have two options. Now to access the console, we should probably use the GUI, but to start and stop and to create virtual machines, we can access it from the command line. We would need to attach it to one of our serial terminals. However, when it comes to taking the exam, we need to think about taking the best route in order to easily access a console and easily achieve a requirement. Now, inside of the exam, we can have full access to a GUI environment. So I'm going to show you how to do this from the GUI. It takes a lot of extra work in modifying some configuration files like the grub configuration file in order to connect to it. So because that's not necessarily a requirement, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to just do it from the GUI once it's already running. Now, for some reason, if you're not at the GUI, you can always switch into the multi-user target using systemctl isolate. So what you do is you go to Applications, you go to System Tools, and then you go to Virtual Machine Manager. Again, this is if the Virtual Machine Manager is installed. Now, if all of this is set up, all you have to do is double click on your running virtual machine. Now, if you're wondering how you install the virtual machine and create these virtual machines, again, because the objectives are a little out of order from Red Hat, we're actually going to cover all of that below, and so we will reiterate through this. So this is a great lesson to just learn how to open it up and talk about what we should consider when taking the exam. Take the shortcuts when they're there for you because that's how you can get done a lot faster with less odds of failing. So that concludes it for this lesson. Go ahead and complete this lesson.